Hello everyone and welcome back to our Transport Fever 2 modded series in the Midwest region of the United States. Welcome back. As you may notice, we have a different setup now because different place, quite obviously. So today we are going to get into things by fixing up quite a few things. I'm going to hit play to make sure we earn some more money. But as you know, we are moving into new technology and other new things. So therefore, we are going to upgrade some roads. One issue that I see is down over by Charlotte. We're going to upgrade that road so we can actually deal with our traffic. And then I'm also going to upgrade this street down here because believe it or not, the speed limit is different through here. So we'll just upgrade that as well. Cool. Everything should be working there now. As it is over by our train line, over by the Burbank planks, you know, the thing that we did last episode, we are doing just fine with that. We are starting to make more money off of that, or should I say we're not losing as much money from that. So we're going to actually go ahead, we're going to give this line a few more forwards so we can actually process that quicker and hopefully deal with less issues in regards to that. And I did notice another issue, so we're actually going to be doing a project here in just a second. So did I unlock more vehicles that I just didn't know I unlocked? I unlocked the open trucks, or the Opel trucks, Opel Blitz. How much do you carry? 12? You go faster as well. Oh my god, I'm going to use one of you then. We're going to probably use 3 of you, 4 of you then. Was it for logs though? Yeah, we're gonna have to put it in this one. Alright, so we added that. Hopefully that will fix up the situation a little bit, but Burbank is now having the issue. You know how we replaced this thing with the stupid line? Well, now we got like 70 people waiting here. Just can't win, is what it comes down to. But I have a good idea. So what we're gonna do is, this stupid little train's gonna get replaced. How fast does it go, by the way? It does go just around 60 miles an hour, which is kind of funny. What we're going to do is we're going to replace it, and we're actually going to replace the whole train station in Burbank because it's necessary. Or at least I think it's necessary. Actually, do I have to replace the whole train station? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a speed build, and we're just going to see how it turns out just because I just want to see how it's going to turn out. So I will see you guys here in just a moment. Let's get through this. Okay, so we just went through a process, and we have a brand new train station, a little bit like the Huntsville one, just smaller, and it's kind of at an angle because I can't fix the angle. That's just how the game works. So I'm going to hit play right now. We have our... Oh, honk at me. So we have a Huntsville line that works now, so it can get to Burbank without issues, but this is the line that we need to be careful with right now because it's not connected. I did it because I wanted to straighten it out and fix it up a little bit so we don't have to deal with that issue anymore. So let's go ahead and just do that real quick. Okay, perfect. It's all fixed up. Alright, so now since it's fixed up, we're going to go ahead and connect it back up again. It should work this time. I don't know why it didn't auto-connect, but we'll take a look into see why. Manage line. Because it wants to go into the second part, it can't get into the second part. You can only get into the first terminal. So therefore it should work after that. Oh no, I changed the wrong one. There we go. Got it. And now you may be wondering why I added a third station on. Now I did that because I wanted to go over to Rochester and connect that up as well. So it's a little bit of a different idea because if you think about it, Burbank, Huntsville's slightly closer to Rochester than Burbank is, but we can ease the amount of traffic flow to Huntsville and get it from Burbank to Rochester. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well. So I want to figure out what issues we may come by. We have these train tracks right here. May actually kind of hit a 45-ish degree angle down through here and actually connect up right over here. And that means we need to fix up the station here as well. So that's going to be fun because obvious reasons. We would need another spot to have it come into. So, that means I want to change up Rochester as well. So that's going to be difficult because we have to destroy quite a bit. So are there any trains over here right now? There are not. So we're going to go ahead and do another little bit of a speed build. and I'll just be right back. How about that? Okay, so I just got through that whole entire process, and it was a little bit difficult just because I wasted a lot of money on it, and there was a lot of buildings and whatnot, and I wanted to make sure the place looked nice as well. I just have to do a little bit more touch-up, but basically I just reconnected everything and made sure that not everybody in life hates me in the city. So we only destroyed a few homes. We actually brought over our truck, I don't know, pickup area over here. We made it much larger so it accommodates for the large shipments of all the fuel that we get because it comes in big bunches. It doesn't come out like one at a time like the vehicles transport. Everything else in Rochester looks fine, but we need to make sure we connect Burbank, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're just going to skip forward until that's done because it's just a simple train line. Okay, so I figured this out. We have the line connected now. Let me do a little bit of an overview just so you know what's going on. We have our Burbank station here. We can actually hit play because nothing's screwed up anymore. So we actually have our Burbank station here with 3 terminals now, which will travel all the way down over hither. It will actually cross through 2 paths, which I kind of forgot about, so I'm happy I always do an overview because otherwise trains would stop way too far away. And we have to do the same here as well. It's not the most efficient because sometimes it may have to stop, so therefore we need to make sure that trains actually have some sort of good pull and that they have some good traffic effort so that they can get moving quicker. Then we come down here, crosses our nice country road here, which is actually being used more often now, which is pretty nice. Crosses here, and it pulls into our first terminal station here, while the one from Huntsville comes into the second, and our cargo comes into this one right here. I just realized I screwed up. Because the one from Cleveland also pulls into the first. So let's see if I can I redirect this so it doesn't screw it up? Yeah, I think that would work. So what I'll do is I'll just redirect this one right here. Now it's getting mad at me again. So we're gonna go ahead and just do this. Come on, connect. There we go. Destroys 2 buildings. Sorry. There we go. Now we just have to go ahead and edit that one. So manage the line so it understands that if you're pulling into Rochester, you are not pulling into the first terminal anymore, you're pulling into the third. And it is now all set. So therefore each place has their individual entrance and lineup now. Now we just need to go ahead and purchase a vehicle for our Burbank and Rochester line, and it seems like the closest train depot is right here. How can I get it there most efficiently? Ooh, we unlocked a new locomotive. That's actually a pretty decent one right there. I like that one. That's basically a replacement of our whatever train it looks like that is also electrical that came before this. The one that we've been using a lot. Let's just connect up the track. It'll end up being cheaper in the long run. There we go. We're just going to throw it in there. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to make sure that we have some signals as well if we were to ever bring them back and forth. Now we should be able to get into a locomotive here, and we could actually use our Zephyr, which could be used pretty nicely, but we could also use our new locomotive that we got last episode, I believe it was. Hiawatha? I don't know. This thing, and it reaches about 99 miles an hour. It does pull quite a bit. Is it cheaper than this one? No. I could use the Zephyr, but I feel like we're going to have a lot of people use this one, so we're actually going to use this one, and we'll probably have a capacity of 90 for now. So that's a nearly $20 million locomotive. We're actually going to set it to our line here, Burbank, Rochester, and we're going to go ahead and edit it so it is actually a high-speed track, which is going to be our first high-speed track as well. Okay, so now you can see that it is now a high-speed track, very nice looking. We do have another locomotive that we have to replace, which is the stupid one that we put in last time, because I bet you anything, transportation's getting ridiculous. Actually, in Irving and Burbank, they don't go back and forth as much unless if you're coming from Burbank, it seems like. Or has that caught up by now? Okay, we don't have to replace it right now. I thought we had to replace that. very interesting. I really thought we had to replace that. Okay, so I guess it's just a little bit more of management for now. We have that settled out, I guess. That was a good project because we really fixed up this area. So let's just let that run for now and figure out some maintenance. Our construction line from a few episodes ago, like 2 episodes ago or something like that, now has full capacity being reached. So we're actually going to go ahead and edit this and give it an additional 2 state carts because they're doing really well now, which I thought was going to happen at some point. It just hasn't happened yet. So therefore we are going to provide that with an upgrade. And just to be sure, it's going to drop off a lot at once, so I'm going to go ahead and add an additional cargo pickup area so it can fill up a little bit more and it won't have as much of an issue, which is nice. Charlotte's actually grown a lot since we brought in construction because a lot more people want to get up here. And I bet you anything, this boat is actually probably making us some money. Not much, but it's making us some money. And moving people back and forth. So we're looking at some things that we may need to upgrade. I'm looking at these few lines that obviously need just a new vehicle, which isn't anything bad or anything big. So I'll go ahead and replace those. That's not a big deal right now. But let's go ahead and take a look at some other things. Augusta of Fremont is still using a very old locomotive. I'm going to give it something new, because that line hasn't been touched in quite some time. So let's get over there. Okay, so here we are over at Augusta and Fremont. This was the big messy line that we did like many episodes ago. And how old is this vehicle? It is 35 years old, so in about 5 years it would be done for. The value is almost like nothing. So that's that. It goes up this big hill, which I really can't seem to fix too much. I'm wondering if we can try to fix that issue in another way. I want to see if we can be creative about it. Because Fremont is not a busy city, but it's still a city that obviously needs a little bit of work. So there's about 50 people waiting here. The train's about to get there. That's fine. And then there's about 50 people here. So we can give it a small upgrade, nothing too big. We want to make sure it moves back and forth more quickly because people rather just drive at that point. This train is so slow. Can I edit this track at all is the question, to see if it would work out better going in a different way. Because I can't just drag the train down here, otherwise it's going to float into a bridge, which I don't want to have happen either. What if we kind of had something that came over here and we had a bridge just about here and kind of made its way over? Would that work as well? It cost me about $500,000. Ooh, we got some new bridge types. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Some mods are now being brought to use. That's pretty cool, but we'll probably just use something like that. Oh, that works out quite nicely then. What if we use something like this? This could work. Kind of don't like that style. What if we use this one for now? $2 million? There we go. It's not bad. It kind of looks weird just because the track is above it. Things with mods is that mods will never be perfect. And then what if we just, would we be able to drag this up and connect it right here? And the answer is yes, we can. And can we give it a better tunnel? How much more would it cost for a better tunnel? Looks like it has a little bit more structure like that instead of the old one. So what if we did something like that? Oh yes, that is what I want. And then all we have to do is connect this right up. So obviously our road's going to get a little bit in the way. It's going to happen. It's just that we need to figure out how we're going to deal with this train line. So I really do want to upgrade this because this is an old train. Let's skip forward so the train's out of the way first. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. The train went forward. We can take out this whole entire part because it's very unnecessary. It takes up a lot of time. Oh, this poor little old bridge that I never really liked anyway is getting deleted today. I think I just deleted a rock instead of the track by accident. Let's get over here, and what would it look like if we connected it up? So it would raise the land right there, which I don't like. Can we bring it right over here? We're going to delete the road for now, because we'll re-edit the road. Alright, so we have that fixed up. We actually redesigned the bridge as well, which looked really nice to begin off with, and then it kind of got messy toward the end. And actually, I did not approve of that. Excuse me, what is this? It's not what I asked for. I gotta fix that now, because that's not what I asked for. Thank you. Maybe it was part of the mods that I was using, and I just didn't quite understand the power of it. Because I did this, and then I went to that. So the mod actually does work. I thought that mod didn't work, but it does. So we can actually do that. And cool. Bridge looks a little funky, but everything else works. I didn't upgrade the whole entire road back and forth just because I want to see how much it's going to be used first. I'm already spending enough money. We're going to replace the train. I'm actually going to give it the Pioneer Zephyr. It does go pretty quick, but at the same time, it's pretty cheap for what it is. Carries 52 people. It should work just fine in this line, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it with that. This line should be working very well now, and I'm going to give it the upgrade that it needs. And there we go. It's all done. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to help support out the channel. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And be sure to also leave me a suggestion down below in the comments, because I want to hear what you have to say and I want to implement some of your suggestions. So other than that, I shall see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.